Department Q is a new police drama on Netflix, so today, let's see if it's worth your time. DCI Carl Mork is a brilliant cop but a terrible colleague. His razor-sharp sarcasm has made him no friends in the Edinburgh police. After a shooting that leaves a young PC dead and his partner paralyzed, he finds himself exiled to the basement and the sole member of Department Q, a newly formed cold case unit. Department Q stars Matthew Good. It's 9 episodes long. A few episodes are over an hour long, so it takes some time to get through. And Department Q is this PR stunt to distract the public from failures of an under-resourced, failing police force that is glad to see the back of him. Carl starts to build a gang of strays to help him with these cold case files, and it leads him to the disappearance of a civil servant several years ago and starts to heat up once again. This has a great setup within the first episode, showcasing this civil servant that went missing a few years ago, and our current time of Carl going back to work and how he is doesn't get along with his colleague. He's very sarcastic, and they're just not really happy to see him back once again. So you have two really different storylines going on with this civil servant that went missing and Carl back at work, and you're left wondering within that first episode, what is the importance of the two and how are they going to end up lining up together to tell our story. And the first episode does a great job of establishing both storylines and then having them meet. Once you're at the end of that first episode, you're hooked now, and then they got you and you can continue moving forward from episodes 2 through 9. I thought this case of the woman who went missing years prior had a lot of urgency to it. Even though it was a case that has been put off to the side for many years, once Carl opens up this case once again, we learn everything that happened leading up to her disappearance, and there is that sense of urgency and this intensity that is rising once you figure out different plot points of her disappearance. But Matthew Good as Carl, he takes this cold case file as this PR stunt, and you really kind of feel in the beginning of it all that he has to take it on. But once he gets really invested in it, that is where he becomes attached to it, and we see that he goes back to doing what he does best, is rattling these cages and refusing to take no for an answer. Him and other people that he partners with in this series, one character named Akram, they are characters that could easily come across as being more reserved and closed off, but multiple times throughout the series they can be quite aggressive. And especially Akram, who works alongside Carl in here, he can go into any kind of setting and get what he wants and becomes quite aggressive with it, and it just adds to the case that they are trying to solve. Matthew Good is really good in here of being sarcastic and being somebody that can get under your skin, but also somebody that you can trust and will get to the bottom of this case. So it's a character that does feel a little bit realistic and has many flaws throughout. And we do focus a lot on when he was shot and his partner was paralyzed, how it really affected him. And so he is dealing with a lot of trauma within this series, and he's trying to put that all in the past and really focus on this case. And you also have the storyline of this civil servant that has gone missing, understanding all of that, a lot of emotion behind that as well, and really understanding that urgency. Pacing's really good for 9 episodes, and several episodes are an hour long, and you have that nice pace to it to where you really kind of build momentum to understanding more of that case and eventually getting to the end of it all. At times it does kind of feel like your typical mystery and your cold case file and cops that will stop at nothing to get to the bottom of this case. And so at times it does feel a little bit familiar, but the civil servant that has gone missing, and Matthew Good as Carl. There's a lot of great elements to this show. The performances are really good. I was invested really at the end of that first episode. The first episode was good, but the last few minutes of that first episode is really where it hooked me, and I wanted to continue watching it. Like, there was no point in the first episode where I said, I'm just gonna turn this off. I really had no interest in it because it was really dramatic. But the end of that first episode is okay. Now I'm invested. I want to see where this ends up going. So I do recommend checking out Department Q. A little bit of a longer watch, but it has a very gripping, urgent case for this PR stunt, this newly formed team to solve this cold case file. Seeing how they can work together as well is also a highlight of the show. I'm gonna go ahead and give Department Q a B+. Thank you guys for checking my review for Department Q, the new police drama on Netflix. Have you guys seen it by chance? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Justin Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy.